everyone, and welcome to today's home learning. Today we are learning to add ones using number bonds, and we did some of this yesterday, but we're going to go through it a little bit more today because it's a very tricky thing to learn. So let's get ready by warming up our brains. So what is 1 more than 19? What's 1 more than 19? So we need to count up. So 19, 20. Fantastic. 20 is just there. Question 2. 16 add something makes 20. What do we add to 16 to make 20? Let's put 16 in our heads and count on until we get to 20. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How many have I added on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. 16 add 4 makes 20. How many? How many have we got here? We've got 2 10 frames. One is complete, so we know that that's 10. And this one, we've got 9, because we've got one missing, so we know it's 9. So a 10 and a 9. What's 10 and 9? 19. Fantastic. And down here we've got, these are number bonds to, what are these number bonds to? Let's count them together and work out. So what does 6 add 2 make? Put 6 in your head, show me 2 fingers. 6, 7, 8. This one makes 8. Does 3 and 5 make 8? Let's find out. Put 3 in our head, hold up 5 fingers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. So this is 2 different ways, or a number bonds, of making 8. Well done, you one. Let's have a look now at this. Can you remember what this is called? This is our part whole model, and we are going to be looking at our number bonds using our part whole model today. You will also need your numicon today. We're going to use our numicon to help us. So first of all, we're going to start off with something really easy. We're going to look at what 7 add 2 is. Now, to use 7 add 2 with our part whole model, we need to put 7 and 2 down here. So 7 down here and 2 down here, because that's the 2 parts of our number. So parts, and then our total number goes up here. So 7 add 2. What's 7 add 2? Put 7 in your head, hold up 2 fingers. 7, 8, 9. Fantastic. 7 ones add 2 ones is 9 ones. So that's the same as having 7 ones and 2 ones. We've got just 9 ones. Well done. Now, let's make it a little bit more complicated. This time, we've got our part whole model, but it's not just 2 parts. We've got 3 parts. Very tricky. So let's have a look. We've got 17 add 2. What's 17 add 2? Let's put it in our part whole model. First of all, though, can you make me 17 with your numicon? So 17 with our numicon is a 10 and a 7. A 10 and a 7. Well done. And then we are adding on 2. 10, 7, 2. Let's put them in our part whole model. So a 10 and a 7, because that makes 17. And then our 2 over here. So that's a 10, a 7 and a 2. So 17 add 2. What's 17 add 2? That's quite tricky to find out how to make it. What could we use to help us? Well, let's have a look. If we know on this side we worked out what 7 and 2 is, that's 9, do you think we can use that, our 7 and our 2, to figure out what 17 add 2 is? Yeah, because if we add the 2 ones together, our 7 and our 2 ones, we get 9. And then we've just got to add on our 10. So by knowing that 7 add 2 makes 9, we will know that 17 add 2 makes 19, because our 1s together make 9 and our 10 added on makes 19. That's very complicated. Let's see if we can do another one. So this one is asking us for 13 add 3. Can you make 13 with your numicon, please? 13, so a 10 and a 3. We've got 10 and a 3. 13. Now, because I only sent you home with enough numicon for one piece of each, we need to make 3. I don't have 2 free pieces, you don't have 2 free pieces. So I want you to make 3 another way. How could we make 3 with our numicon? What number bond do we know that can help us make 3? I know. We can use a 2 and a 1. 2 and 1 make 3. Because look, you can put it in the same shape as this one. 3, 3. So, we've got 13, add 3. 13, add 3. Now, let's see how we put this into our parts. So, 1 10 and 3 1s, because that's our 13. 1 10 and 3 1s. So 10 and 3 1s. And then our other part is the bit we're adding on. So that is another 3 1s. A 10, a 3, and another 3. So how can I find out what 13 add 3 is? It's quite tricky. So I think what we're going to do is if I put my 10 down for now, and I try and add my 3 to my 3. If I put my 3 to my 3 on top of it like this, and I go like this, I magically get a 6. So 3 add 3 is 6. And then I've still got my 10. So I've added my 2 1s, my yellow ones here, and I've still got a 10. So what I've got now is a 10 and 6 1s. 1 10, 6 1s. What does that make? 10 and 6. 10 and 6. It makes 16. Well done, because when we write it together, we've got our 10 and our 6. It's a 16. So 13 add 3, 16. 13 add 3 makes 16. Well done. Let's see what we've got next. So here I've got Tiny. Hi Tiny. And he says, I know my number bonds to 10. Do you know your number bonds to 10? Do you? I know my number bonds to 10. I've been practicing. So, we have got here 2 numbers. And we've got 6 add 4 makes 10. Does that make 10? 6 fingers, add 4 fingers. All my fingers are up, that's 10. So 6 add 4 makes 10. Now, down here we've got Tommy. Tommy says, then you know lots of number bonds to 20. If I know my number bonds to 10, how's that going to make me know my number bonds to 20? I don't think Tommy's right. What do you think? Let's see. Okay, so 6 and 4 is 10, but now they've put another 10 on. So this isn't 6 anymore. What number is this now? 10 and 6. What's 10 and 6? 16. And what Tommy's saying here is 16 add 4 is 20. Because we had 6 and 4 and that made 10. But if we add another 10 in, it makes 16. And if we add that onto 4, it makes 20. Is that right? So show me with your numicon. So give me 6 and 4. 6 and a 4. So we know 6 and 4 makes 10 because if I hide it on top of my 10 piece, all of my 10 piece is hidden. 6 and 4 makes 10. Now, what Tommy is saying is if I have 16 and 4, that makes 20. Have I got 20 here? Yes, I have. So it must be right. So 16 and 4 makes 20, and 6 and 4 makes 10. Let's try another one. What's happened now? Now, instead of having 16 and 4, we've got 6 and 14. Does that work the same way round? It's now saying that 6 and 14 makes 10. So I've still got the same pieces. I've got a 10, a 4 and a 6. Does that make 20? It does, because 16 and 4 make 20, and now 14 and 6 makes 20. Wow, you can do a lot with just 3 numbers. So let's have a look at this one. We've got if 4 and 3 make 7. Can you show me 4 and 3? So a 4 and a 3 make 7. We know that. Then what they're saying is that 14, because this is 4 and a 3, so I need to get my 10. 14 and 3, what's that going to make? So if 4 and 3 make 7, then 14 and 3 must make what? 14 and 3. So that was 7, and now I'm adding in 10. 17. Is that making 17? 4 and 3 made 7, so 14 plus 3 must make 17. And that's right, because I got 10 and 7. 10 and 7 makes 17. Right, now let's have a look at it this way. So we've still got 4 and 3. 4 and 3 still make 7. But this time, we've got 13 and 4. What does 13 and 4 make? If 4 and 3 make 7, and we add in our 10 to make it 13 and 4, what's that going to make? It's also making 17. So a 10 and a 3 and a 4 make 17, and a 10 and a 4 and a 3 make 17. All these 3 numbers together, no matter what order you put them in, they all make 17. And we know that because 4 and 3 make 7, and then we're just adding in the 10. Well done. So let's try a different one. 6 and 3 makes 9. So we know 6 and 3 makes 9. Can you show me 6 and 3 with your Numicon? 6 and 3 makes 9. Easy. So if 6 and 3 make 9, what's 16 and 3? 16, add 3. 6 and 3 make 9. 16 and 3 make 19. Fantastic work, well done. So let's try another one. 4 and 4. 4 and 4 make 8, which means 14 and 4 make 4 and 4 make 8. 14 and 4 is 18. Well done, because all you're doing is you've got the same number sentence, you've got the same ones, but you're just adding in that cheeky 10. So that 10 and the 2 4s still make 18. 8 to 18, just adding in the 10. This is very clever, Year 1. I think we might know our number bonds to 20, but we didn't know it. So now we've got 2 and 5. Can you show me 2 and 5? So a 2 and a 5. 2 and 5, what does that make? So 5, 6, 7. 2 and 5 makes 7. And then we're going to do 12 add 5. So 12 add 5. There's our 12. We're going to add in the 5. So 2 and 5 make 7. 12 add 5 must make 17. Well done. Now, What about if I do it this way? Instead of having 2 and 5 make 7 and 12 and 5 make 17, what about if I swap the 12 and 5 around, and instead of having 12 and 5, I've got 15 and 2? What's that answer going to be? It's going to be 17 as well, because it's exactly the same. No matter what way you have these numbers, whether it's a 10, a 5 and a 2, or a 7 and a 10, or a 15 and a 2, or a 12 and a 5, it's always going to make 17. It's just the way these three numbers add up together. That's really, really good work, Year 1. It's a tricky concept to understand, but I think you're very clever. I think you're going to get it quite well. Let's have a look at the worksheet and see if that can help us with our learning today. Okay, here's today's worksheet. Very simple. You've just got 3 questions today because we're following on from yesterday's work. So, tick the addition that makes 16. Okay, addition, that's a longer word of saying add. So, put the add or the plus, whatever you want to put it, tick the additions that make 16. So, we're looking for these number sentences that make 16. And the easiest way to do this is to go through and work out how much each one makes. So let's start here, 14 and 2. Let's break this down into our tens and ones. We've got 14 as in a 10, a 4, so that's 14, and our 2. What does 4 and 2 make? 6. Add on the 10, 16. So that does make 16. So what I can do is I can put a big tick in front of that one. Now, next one is 15 and 2. Make your 15 with your numicon, a 10, and a 5. And how many are we adding on? 2. Now, what's 5 add 2 make? 5, 6, 7. Add on our 10 is 17. Does that make 16? No, well done. How many more is that? It's not 16, it's 17, so it's 1 more. Well done. So we don't tick that one. We can put a tiny cross for it. 10 and 6. Easy peasy, this one. What does 10 and 6 make? 16. Well done, because you can see there's the 10, there's the 6. Together they make 16. Give it a big tick. 1 and 16. So this time I need a 10 and a 6 to make the 16. And I need my 1. If I put my 1 on top. What does 1 and 6 make? 6, 7. And our 10 makes 17. Is that 16? No, it's too many. 1 too many. So we can put a tiny cross through here. This one, we've got 3 and 13. So let's get that out of our numicon. Remember, we don't have 2 3s, so we're going to use our 2 and our 1. So 13 is a 10 and a 3. And I've got my 3 that I'm adding on, which is like this. So 13 add 3. What's 3 add 3? 6. Add on 10, 16. So that is another way of making 16. Done. Right, 12 and 5. Make 12 with your numicon. A 10 and a 2. Add on 5. Oh, what number have we got here? So we're not going to count on from 12. We're just going to add the 2 and the 5 together. What does 2 and 5 make? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add on the 10. 17. Is that 16? No. Tiny cross. Now let's have a look at 11 and 5. So make 11. 11 is a 10 and a 1. And we're adding on a 5. 5 piece here. What's 5 add 1? 6. Add on 10. 16. Fantastic. So that is a way of making 16. Big tick. And our last one. This is 1 add 15. So we've got our single 1. We're adding on 15, which is a 10 and a 5. Add on 1 to 15. Now, 5 add 1 is 6. Add on 10. 16. Well done, Year 1. They were quite tricky, but we managed to do them by adding our 1s and then adding on our 10 at the end. Now complete the additions. So we've got some number sentences here that we need to complete, and it looks like we're missing the adding numbers. So we've got something, add 5 makes 9. Now what do we add to 5 to make 9? Now the way we're going to do this is I'd like you to get me a 9 piece of numicon. 9. And I would like you to get me a 5 piece of numicon. 5. Now put your 5 on top of your 9. How many more do we need to get until all our 9 pieces covered up? 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. So it's 4 that needs to go here. 4 add 5 makes 9. Because if I was to get my 4 piece and pop it underneath, we would have 9. And our 9 would be completely covered. Well done. Let's have a look at this one. Something add 2 makes 9. What do we add to 2 to make 9? Get our 9 piece and our 2. Now, how many more do we need to cover up before all of our 9 pieces covered? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 2. So if I get my 7 piece and I put my 7 on top of my 9, my whole 9 pieces disappeared. So 7 and 2 make 9. You know this because you're good at your number bonds. 8 add what? So makes 9. So again we're making 9. I've got my 8 piece. How many is missing? Just this one up here. So 8 add 1 is 9. And here we've got 6 add something makes 9. So if I've got my 9 again, I'm going to put my 6 on top. How many more do I need to make 9? 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 6 make 9. Now, that was quite simple because you know how to make number bonds tonight and you know how to use your numicon to help you. Down here it gets trickier. It says complete the additions. This time, all of these made 9. These ones here are making 19. So it's not just 9 we're making, it's 19, which is a 10 and a 9, which is very close to 20. So 19. So we're going to use these answers to help us answer these. So our first one is something plus 5 makes 19. If we look up here, 4 add 5 made 9. So what do we need to add to 5 to make 19? It's not going to be just 4, because if we're making 19 and I put just 4 on top of my 9, is my whole 19 covered? No. What I need is another 10. So it would be 14 and 5 make 9. Because if I was to put my 14, so my 10 and my 4 on top of my 5, that would make 19. So here you can see 14 and 5 makes 19. 19. Well done. Let's try this one. So 7 and 2 made 9. What am I going to add to 2 to make 19? So a 7 and 2 made 9. And then what am I adding to just 2 to make 19? I'm going to add 17, aren't I? Because all I'm doing is I'm just adding in another 10. 4, 14, 7, 17. So when it's 8 add 1 makes 9. 18 add 1 must make 9. And down here we had 6 add 3 makes 9. This time it says 16 add what makes 9? So it'll be 3 again. 16 add 3 makes 19. Well done. Fantastic work today, Year 1. It's a little bit confusing using our number bonds to make 20, but the more we practice, the better we will get. Keep up the good work, and I will see you for more home learning soon. Bye.